Yo guys, what is up? Battlecreeper1 here, and today we are back with some more update news on E3. So, I haven't really been able to follow E3, I was on a trip, but now I'm back, and there's some pretty awesome news considering and related to the upcoming future of Star Wars games being made by EA and other developers underneath their umbrella. So, first off, we've got DICE, of course, in Stockholm, Sweden, the developers of Star Wars Battlefront, and they're going to be continuing to make new content updates for Star Wars Battlefront, including the upcoming DLCs, including the Bespin DLC, the Death Star DLC, and then the upcoming unannounced 2017 DLC for Star Wars Battlefront. And so, during the trailer announced at E3, they showed a little bit about what DICE will be doing in the future with Star Wars Battlefront. First off, they showed a teeny little snippet of the Bespin DLC with some nice shots of Bespin and what it's going to look like in the game. They also show some of the behind-the-scenes kind of development of the game, and it looks like they may be trying to implement a trench run or some new missions or something into the game, because you can see something that looks like a trench run and a Death Star or a Star Destroyer in the background with some X-Wings heading into the trench, which is pretty interesting. Next, they've teased us for a split second in the trailer with the development of a new hero, which would be Bossk. Now, Bossk has not been announced officially or even mentioned by DICE to be in Star Wars Battlefront. The new Bespin DLC will have Lando and Dengar as the new heroes, but Bossk is something new that we haven't heard about, but this definitely shows that they are working on his character, and you can see the graphical user interface down in the bottom of the screen. That is definitely the style of Battlefront. So that's really awesome. We may be getting Bossk as a hero coming soon to Star Wars Battlefront, which is really exciting because new heroes are always very awesome to play as, and I always love seeing what new abilities they have. They also showed that they are making a Star Wars Battlefront PlayStation virtual reality mission with X-Wing starfighters, and there was a little bit of a trailer teasing what that was going to look like, and it looks really amazing, and the visuals for it are absolutely stunning. I think that's going to be really cool, and so that will be for the PlayStation VR. Continuing on now to Montreal and Motive Studios. Motive Studios will be pairing up with DICE to create the Battlefront 2, which is coming out in 2017 and will contain content from the upcoming movies, including The Force Awakens and possibly even Episode 8 and maybe Rogue One. So in their studios, it kind of shows some brief glimpse of some concept art that they're working on over at Motive Studios, and up in the upper right-hand corner, you can kind of see what looks like concept art of a bridge of a Star Destroyer, and then this other piece of concept art, you can see a Special Forces First Order TIE Fighter on the left, and a First Order Finalizer Star Destroyer in the background, and what looks to be like some infantry soldier maybe on a ship trying to board something else, and that may be a tease to ground to air or space combat, which was a very anticipated feature that people wanted in Battlefront, the current Battlefront, but was not implemented. And so they definitely said that Battlefront 2, they're listening to the fans' requests and what the fans want. So we may be seeing some ground to space combat and some awesome huge capital ships and lots of air and space combat which was not hugely developed and put into Battlefront 1. Moving on, we've got Respawn Entertainment, the creators of Titanfall, working on yet another Star Wars game that was just recently announced, and it is going to be a third-person action-adventure game. And it looks like they're using motion capture to record some of the action sequences from the game, and from what the trailer at E3 about the future of Star Wars games shows, it looks like there may be some lightsabers and lightsaber combat in this game, so we may be getting a third-person Jedi or Sith game that's got lots of lightsaber combat in it, which is awesome, because I really enjoyed the Jedi Knight series of video games, and yeah, like Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, and Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy. Those were great third-person action games with lots of awesome lightsaber combat, and with the technology that there is today, I have no doubt that lightsaber combat in games can be absolutely amazing. Moving on to Visceral Games. Visceral Games has been working on a Star Wars project for quite a while now, and has been pretty highly under wraps, but today we actually got to look a little bit at what they've been up to. So this piece of concept art kind of shows something, at least, from the game, and it looks kind of almost like a more Western style bounty hunter game. And they said that this game is exploring its own time period and its own story, and so I think it'll be a really cool game just from what I've heard about it and what's being talked about it, and from this small piece of footage from the early in-game footage, it looks absolutely stunning, and it kind of shows that it's not, the guy appears to be like kind of bounty hunter-ish, or kind of rogue mercenary, just from the looks of him. He doesn't look like a Jedi or anyone like force wielding, and it appears that they're on Tatooine of some sort, some village marketplace with Imperial banners everywhere, and you can see the immense Star Destroyer overhead. But overall, this new piece of footage that was very short, little tease, looks absolutely amazing, and I am already impressed by what they've done with whatever this game is, and I'm super excited for it to come out in the future. I do believe this game is slotted for around 2018 release, so we still got a while, but I'm guessing as the development and time gets closer to the release date, we'll be seeing a lot more of this game and actually figure out what it's called and what the kind of overall storyline is and where it takes place in the Star Wars universe. So that's all for the Star Wars news and the future of Star Wars gaming at E3 2016. I hope you all enjoyed this little news update and kind of my thoughts on the trailer that they showed there. But that's it for this time. I hope you all enjoyed, and may the Force be with you.